It's fully documented. You can put it in the patient file, what you did, what speed, when you did it, how you did it, what you planned. That's a fully in patient history. Before I go, okay, another thing. After doing the guide, finishing the surgery, what you do with the guide? You don't throw it away. You keep it aside. You know why? Next time when the patient comes, you will put the guide in, that you will know where is the implant location, and much more faster you open it. You don't need to look where is the implant, how much to open. No. Keep it, next time you just put it, and it's much more easier and simpler for your patient. Now, let us look about the Alfagate. Here in this case, what we are going to show you, two things. It's a dangerous patient with all-in-four technique. One of the things that you will see who use the guide is two problems. One is guide stability, how you make it stable. The second problem is coolant. The current guides that most of doctors use, there is not sufficient saline going inside the hole, so it can make the bone more hot. With Alfagate, we simplify the process, and we make two important points. Let's start. This is what we call a fixation pin. Okay? One point here, why we do the fixation pin from the anterior only. You know why? This fixation pin will give support to the lip that the doctor will have much more visible all the time. You don't need to push the lip down. It's only having that small things that only doctor appreciate. Yes, only doctor appreciate. We just need push it down, I want to see. And that's, use the guide as assistant. Now in the posterior area, look, is the guide is moving a little bit. You see it? We want to fix it in the posterior area. We use the bone mill. Now we use the standard drill. And what we have here the fixation pin. This fixation pin, you see it? It will come in the sleeve, have a screw, will go exactly in the area that we are working. So we don't make extra palatal or lingual holes that will be very painful for the patient. We use the area that we are going to work as fixation, and it will fix the sleeve and the guide in an easy way. Now, we are using the punch, the bone mill, we are cutting the bone, straighten. Now, Alfagate always use the word start, okay? So, you start with this drill. That's how you make sure that all the time you are working from inside the guide. Now look, I was telling that the biggest problem for every muscle guide company, it is coolant. With Alfagate, you see, here we have a flat side. Yes, it is flat, too flat. So all the time, you will have coolant coming inside. It is not a round for round that stop coolant coming. With Alfagate, it's always coolant coming to working area. Make big difference. Small things, it's making the change. If you are working with 500, 600 RPM with no coolant, sorry, you will have necrosis. Yes, you will have higher bone absorption. If you are working always with coolant, it's much more easier, much more safer for you and your patient. As you can see. Now, when you remove it, here is one point. Look, what happened with you usually when you use guide? To whom you use guide?
Xem báo cái này thì ta bị biến trùng với cái example thôi cái nó âm mưu này nhưng mà các cái trang trong một đá thì trang cái mù trong được cái để đưa tới à số châu đó này tao tại dương chi đâu cái hay đi bán số châu đá cái này bị để sang biến trùng on site như tập hợp cả hai flow sau đó châu bán đó để cho như đây là chim châu Á mà các bạn anh là không trồng rau chứ ăn như một thay buôn lậu nó làm tự động mình là cái chúng ta sử dụng hai chỗ đó cho nó cắt necrosis hai cắt miền nó hay là như failure plan early loading nó là cái vì mấy cái nó sẽ bị như mà mua unscrew và mà muốn cũng lo được các bạn bây giờ là nhận nào là bị xét lên trong trường hợp này là trong cái mà trường hợp đấy đặc biệt cái này tiếp viên đó là viên bằng hai và lần làm sang cái để hàng open slit đặc viên open slit nó từ trùng ho và trùng hiểm được nó cảm thấy món là gì chứ trở tay ham ăn sẽ bán thống mình chẳng cây lắc gái thương nó tập trao nữa tại sao ham ăn cả bạn thứ tuổi chẳng gái trong lắc về nói tập như là open slim một cái như thế cả gái nên là đi tự nhiên open slim đấy mà chỉ biết đấy là ai gái đi trộm việc là nít trong vào trong ai nhận bị say gái nhưng mà không chết được bạn rồi khi combine system can you back the shoe slide alignment motion
This one?
đi cái nếu mà con nó ai đặt mà của phần sân bây giờ khơi cả lấy cái đó chúng ta cho client nó đang dùng chẩn lắm mà tụng hung implant nó thấp ban nó lên của anh ấy Soga không này này cứ cái design nó không Soga 3 shape chẳng mà lo càng cái nó cứ chia là one safe zone và bao giờ làm ta tụng hung implant sẽ tập từ nơi còn ta Soga khác thì đặt tại tụng hung implant này chẳng như sự đọc môi trường này của anh vì artery và bình lớn như tôi từ bạn anh ấy hai trường lòng nó vào xong cái trạng thái 3 shape គឺអញ្ចឹងតែក្នុង software Alfagate អី component គឺតែ implant yeah because it can cause some can confuse between 3 shape software and other software. You know, some software they show only the implant body.
Yes.
ហើយព្រោះដំណើរការនេះជាដំណើរការសំខាន់ព្រោះកន្លែងខ្លះវិគីនិង nerve element ទៅមានការប្រយ័ត្នប្រយែងព្រោះនៅកន្លែងយើងការទៅធ្វើ design guide សូមមានការប្រយ័ត្នប្រយែងដែរព្រោះគាត់ជាអ្នកទៅជាការគាត់តែតាំង computer ដើម្បីចំពោះខ្ញុំផ្ទាល់រាល់ពេលធ្វើ guide គឺខ្ញុំបានធ្វើខ្លួនឯងទេហើយខ្ញុំអង្គុយបាក់ដើម្បីមើល regulation ខាងបាក់លីមិនទូបាក់លីមិនណាក៏ចឹងទៅការទៅដល់ធ្វើឲ្យចំកណ្ដាលទៅចំកណ្ដាលបូនដល់បូនទៅពីទៅគាត់កាណាទៅខាងផលិតផលខ្លាំងពីប្រទេស
And this, as you can see in the 3 shape, you will see when it's the angulation and the safety zone, it is smaller, the implant touching, as you can see. This is the implant, small safety zone, it is touching. You will get it in a color red. When the safety zone is less than 1.5 millimeter, the implant will be in a brown color. When it's standard, when you know it's 1.5 millimeter, the implant will be in a green color always. Okay? Now, here is, just 1 minute.
ដល់តែខាងយើងមានសំណួរថាយើងចង់ឲ្យបងប្អូននៅលើអាកាយហ្នឹង
Here is one important point that I want to show you. That's the coolant, but the second point that here is very, very easy. When you are working with the Alfagate, your drill is never above the sleeve. It is 2 steps. The first step, lower part of the drill, it is same diameter of the previous drill. So you all the time work from inside the bone. This side it's inside the bone, this side it's inside the guide, so it is double centering. You are never working the air. All the time when you are working with a guide, you are always in control. Why it's important, especially if we have a narrow ridge. Yes? If your hand is moving in the top, you are losing bone. When you are in double centering, you see the drill inside the bone, the body of the implant, the drill is inside the sleeve, you are in control. That's an important rule with Alfagate. Never be in the air, always in control, always feel what you are doing. One of the mistakes that doctor do, start with a motor outside, press the pedal, start moving. Now, always take the drill, put it inside the sleeve, feel you are inside the hole, then press the pedal. Now, what you are going to see, it's a small point. Look, after the double centering, you see, water cooling, double centering, taking the next drill, you see it's immediately will go inside. You see, you are never from above. Here is the next point. Taking the implant have implant carrier. We remove the carrier, we don't need it. Why? Because we use the Alfagate key. The key have a hexagon on the top, and if you remember, I said remember, that Alfagate, a sleeve is hexagon. Why is that? You see the key is hex, the sleeve is hex. We are not only controlling the position of the implant, the depth of the implant, the angulation of the implant, we also control where is the hex of the implant will be. Why is that? If I want to put it in multi-unit, angulated multi-unit, yes? I control the position of the hex, so I can control where the multi-unit path will be. That's why I said remember. Here, when we start putting the final insertion, it's hex, the flat on the flat. That's how you control also where is the apartment. With Alfagate, the guide is different. Control the depth, the position, the height, and also the abutment position. This is the difference, what you are seeing. Now, as you can see here, fixing in a case like this, we can control the angulated posterior unit position. This is what big difference in this area. We are controlling the path of everything. Now, as you saw, we can do the planning on complicated cases. We can do the planning for all-in-4, for immediate extraction, for posterior, for immediate loading, every case. But when the magic of the guided surgery will stop? Like, is it a magic like you can do everything? Or it's a limitation? What is the limitation? When the magic ends and what we do? Example, with this CT scan, with all of this interference, you cannot do planning. When you have CT error, some doctors will have like a half job. You cannot do planning. When you have closed upper and lower, you cannot do planning. Always have to be open. When you have a lot of radiolucencies, this from metalloceramic rotation that you cannot see, it will stop and cancel the planning. Impression. Sometimes people think it's not happening, but yes, it is happening. Like incorrect impression. As you can see, it's touching the tray. With this impression, you cannot do planning. Not seated, like you see anteriorly it's seated, posteriorly it's not. The tray is like this. It's no planning. Again, all of it not fully seated, just was hand the teeth. It was hardened before the doctor did it. No, we cannot do it. You can see it is not seated properly. Again, touching the tray, happening. That's why I said, if you want to do guide, if you want to do planning, take one impression, take two impressions, take three impressions, make sure it is correct. Something that's happened. Improper mixing. Some impression we received in the Alfagate, it was still soft, improper mixing. Again, it's not happening. Make sure impression or intraoral scan that you do, it's clean, it's perfect. Repeat it, make sure it's good. We received this stone model. Nice application, nice application. It's not happening. You know, to understand that, the doctor called, oh, why you want me to repeat the impression? Because the computer will not understand nothing. What data he received, the highest the quality he received, the highest the outcome you receive. Okay? Now correct some model. Now a model that you receive, that you enjoy, that you know with this model you are going to get 0.00 millimeter accuracy. That's a scan that it's open, it's clean, it's clear. With this, you see, 0.00 millimeter accuracy. When you cannot use the Alfagate, when we don't have sufficient vertical below the sinus, when we have 2 millimeter of bone, 2 or 3 millimeter of mandibular floor, we cannot use the guide. It is these cases when it's recommended for lateral sinus lift. And also, as you can see here, when the width the space is less than 7 millimeter. Less than 7 millimeter, it's impossible to use the guide or also implant. Yes, it's also possible to take impression later on. Or when we don't have sufficient vertical bone. These times when the budget is out. These times when it's empty. But let's say that we have here 6 millimeter below the sinus. What should we do? We can use the guide, the Alfagate, to have the drilling until the sinus floor to make a very easy transcrystal or closed sinus lifting with osteotome. We can control the drain to be on the sinus floor, that you will not penetrate it, and you can do it very easily in the transcrystal. Now, hello. That's a simple case, and I'll show you sometimes when you use creativity. Okay? Only four, but in a different way, not a standard. Here is a case, I have 2 canines, and I have only the anterior area that I should put implant. How should I do it? Do I extract these 2 canines, or I use it? Sometimes we think different, outside of the box, make things much more simpler. So what we decided to do, to use these 2 canines as more fixation and stability for accuracy. We have the fixation holes for the fixation pin in the middle. As you can see, we drill it and we make fixation in that area. We start with a punch, removing in the posterior area the tilted implant. Start the drilling posteriorly, and then inserted the implant on the posterior area. This is 30 degree. As you can see, that's how was the insertion. So what we did with that, we used the current to be very, very close above the mental canal, okay, mental opening. That's how we was confidence, because we used those 2 canines to get more to the posterior area. Yes? Now, after we put the posterior implant, now it's time to remove those 2. As you can see, the same fixation holes that we used in the first, in this case we used 2 guides. One guide is for the posterior, one guide is for the anterior. Why we did that? Because we want to reach as fast as back as possible, and we was close to the mental foramen. Again, we use it after extraction. Now we do the anterior. We put the anterior, and this is only 4. Why? Because we can. Simple as that. Because we can. Sometimes you need to do some creativity to the next step. As you can see here, we are really on top of the mental foramen. We were so confident because we used those 2 teeth to stabilize the guide and to almost reach on top. Sometimes because we can, and we did it. We did it in a nice way. Okay? And questions? Do you have any questions? Yes? Any questions? Something was different? No? Okay. So, first, I thank you for handling this session.